Bam. All right. How's everybody? Hey. Yeah, don't be surprised. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, because I can't. For some reason, I can't hear me. Hi, baby. Hi. Did you come around on this side so I can see you? I see you. Can y'all see the head? Y'all can't see the head. Hi, boo boo. Hey, family. What's up, Blue Haze? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Welcome to GIRAFFEBALLZ. We're going to get into it in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out why it is. Oh, that's right. I got to go to custom mix and then I can hear myself. God damn it. All right. And not as good actually as I want to. Let's see. There we go. All right. All right. Can everybody out there hear me? Y'all hear me good? Am I coming through strong or do I need a little more? I think I need a little more gain. And for some reason, I'm only coming through on one side. What the hell is that about? I'm telling you, I hate technology. I hate it. I hate it. This shit was working great just a few hours ago. And now I done touched some shit and it is not, all things are not what they once were. And I don't know what it is that I did. I don't know if I touched the wrong. Okay. I'm good. Dre, what up? Oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, one of my boys is up in here that I don't never be seeing up in here. What's up, Andre Pearson? Ladies and gentlemen, having a black eyed peas, my meatless collard greens, which are fucking your meat greens up. Mike needs bottom. Okay. I am not clear as to why I'm again coming in one ear. Good. Dre says I'm good. I'm good. How you up under me? My dog's up under me for some reason. She's either depressed or in pain. I don't know why she's depressed. I need to take her down to the shelter. Let her see how them dogs living. Y'all forgive me. I'm hungry as hell. But I do believe, Dre, this is your first time in here, huh? That there was a big old delicious turnip. I greet you with the greeting that we always use in here, which is peace to the balls. This is Giraffe Balls, where normally I get high as hell, high as high as Giraffe Balls even, and talk about whatever's on my mind. Usually there's my music playing, which I can find none of it. Eating onions like an apple. Yes, sir. That's what keep you healthy. About 40 pounds. No longer eat meat or pork. I'm shaking fish. And I'm telling truth up in here today. I believe that is the allure of the program. Is just lost 50, my man. Jeff doing ASMR now. I don't know what that is. I know I'm tired of these fucking braces. I got 2 more months, and I'm up out of them. Yeah. So I am happy to be here in 2023 with y'all. That is a most definite. That and I'm gonna keep fucking with shit till I get my shit back. The way it's supposed to be, because it is not right now, and it is driving me bananas. Because I like my shit to sound proper. And let's see. I know it sounds good to y'all, but it's driving me bananas that the goddamn headphones is only coming out one side. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay. Monitor controls, clock source internal. And shit now. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me now. Okay. I'm gonna quit fucking with shit for right now, but I'm gonna get this shit right later. How was your new year? Uh Hi, mukbang. Yeah. Uh got some good weight loss going on. Yes, cousin Annis. We did get your Christmas card, and thank you. Uh, if you are missing a Christmas card, that is not my department. That is Mrs. Brown. Tony Mack says I sound great. Okay, good. Because it doesn't sound all that good over here on this end. But get you some Thai chilies, excellent for digestion. Hot as hell. But damn good for you. Hey, my love. Now, we're going to get into the show. As y'all know, I'm smoking straight mullen right now. And I'm sorry I'm late. We're going to send some prayers out to cousin Annis's mama, who is in hospice, and nothing reminds you of your own mortality like taking care of your family, the supermen and women that you know them um, as children. When we're children, our our parents are the shit. They're bigger than life. Uh, they're without question who we look to, who we call upon, who we rely upon, and to see them as they get older, and as we all do, our strength and our cognitive reasoning begins to fade. Man, that's a son of a bitch. That that ain't no that ain't no joke, man. That ain't no joke. That's some hard pills to swallow. And in that, uh, our hearts and prayers, unlike the funky ass NFL, which we will get into uh, in just a minute. Uh, Unlike them, our thoughts and prayers count for something. They really do, cousin Annis. We love you, and we there for you, sis. We there for you. It can really. I've been there. I've had to take care of uh, family members that were sick, and family members that did not uh, didn't look good, didn't weren't themselves anymore, and it's a son of a bitch. Uh, so uh, please understand that we all there. That's where we at right now. That's where we at. We're at that place in our lives where we grown, and we got to deal with these things. Um, uh, so yeah, we love you, um, and our prayers go out. Um, Not really smoking on much today, y'all. I'm finding my focus. A little mullen. Y'all smoke what you got. I'm smoking a little mullen here. Um, Today's show, I was uh I was moved by and I wasn't sure if I was gonna touch on this because of how y'all forgive me, I gotta get them greens get stuck in that goddamn braces. It is not cute. Um, I really don't give a damn how people feel about what I have to say because I'm not scared of getting canceled. You can't cancel a nigga that drive a stick shift and got 1,200 DVDs. Somebody got to stand on their truth. And I stand on the shit that I find to be the truth. It's the shit I swear by. Y'all know I be up in here on it, making people mad, getting folk hot with it. And I think today's topic is gonna be one of those. On the fair use end. I want y'all to see something if you haven't. Let's just get right on in it. Dana White, for those of you who may not know, Brother Dana White, I know I need music if I'm gonna run somebody else's shit. So and my music is acting funky spliffs. I can't even find the fucking file. I have a file called Show Run Shit. That just disappeared. So here's what I'm gonna do. Because I know y'all can't hear. Oh, wait a minute. Is it still in here? Look at God. Okay. Guess what? I'm wrong. We got music. Hey, yeah. Drive on my gas for some reason. There you go. Okay. Can y'all hear that? Y'all can hear that, right? Is that better? Okay. Now, we're going to check out this shit here with Dana White. Check it out. Now, I'm going to keep the video down. Watch this here. Pow. Hey, bitch. Now, let's run that back just one more time. Because I keep hearing Dana White slapped his wife. That's not what I saw. Okay. Yeah. You try to take it easy, baby. Take it easy. See? Okay. Calm down. Hold your hand. Come on. Wait a minute, baby. What out? Okay. Let me tell you what I saw. Me? I didn't see what everybody else saw. To me, Dana White didn't slap his wife. Dana White slapped his wife back. It wasn't like they was in there and somebody say, pass a potato salad. And he say, bitch, what? Pow. That's not what I saw. I didn't see some abusive 20th century I didn't see some abusive 20th century knuckle dragger decide to take off on his wife after a hard day of work. I didn't see some habitually abusive. Oh my God, that's good. You ever get the black eyed pea juice, the green juice, and the potato salad juice together? Ooh, shit. From somebody who can cook all three, though. That's not what I saw. Because that's what we all believe. Those are the paradigms of domestic violence. Yeah, James Hayden, Data is the dude. I'm going to open the doors of the church up. We can talk about this. That's not what I saw. Now, before I say the rest, let's discuss my background for a minute. I grew up incredibly violent. I grew up seeing men beat women like they was beating other men. My stepfather, may he rest in the bed he made. Ooh, we true, we gonna cover that. Are we gonna cover her still trying to hit him? I grew up with this dude here who used to beat my mama till candy fell out. I saw plenty of domestic violence. I have never, in 57 years, put my hands on a woman in violence. Well, once. I was tongue kissing this girl, and she had this habit of biting your tongue. I don't know if she thought it was sexy. I don't know if it was because I put my tongue too deep in her mouth. I don't know what it was about. But this one time, she bit down on my tongue, and it hurt like fuck. And there was a knee-jerk reaction, and I slapped the smooth shit out of her because she bit my goddamn tongue. Now, did I feel bad about it? At first, for years, I felt so bad. And it took me some years to grow into the hey, this heifer bit you energy. Oh, it took a minute. It took a minute because I had all of them same tropes running in my head. So, well, let me answer this. Okay, hold on a second. Fuck this topic. No disrespect. Have you ever noticed people who use no disrespect either just did or about to be disrespectful? Now, I had these thoughts, Kills, about my show before my show, about what I wanted to do my show on. So no disrespect, but the real story is whatever the fuck I say it is on my show. And if you have somewhere else to be, then be your monkey ass there. I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to. But again, this is my fucking show, is what I would normally say. But I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say is that these were my thoughts, and I figured I would share them with you. And if this is not something you're interested in or you don't have the time, I bid you adieu until next time. Who cares about Dana fighting his wife? Honestly, a lot of people. Now, that out of the way. Yeah. I was married to a woman who, the best way to explain the way she communicated is when Satan and all his demons decided to collectively get together and take a shit, all that metaphysical evil would come right out of her face. Yes. Yes, I love that. Her thoughts were made up of Satan's species. Just the worst, vile, I mean, contemplated vile shit. The kind of woman who would wish sickness on another person's child. Yeah, on some of that. And then go to church and cry and run up and down the aisles. That shit. Now, after growing up violent on the south side of Chicago for most of my young years, and then joining the Marines, having a martial arts and a boxing background, I told her one day, I said, look, now, you didn't ask me to get rid of my guns, so I sold them. I don't have guns in this house. This was that house. That's not this house. Don't come up in here fucking around. I sold my guns. So here's my plan. Should somebody break in here? Now, I don't know how it's going to go, you know, be real with you. I really don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna go like this. But here's my plan. If somebody were to break in this house, this is my house. I have the advantage of knowing the floor plan. My plan is to take that iron that we iron with, grab it by the cord, beat them in the face and head area until I no longer can recognize the iron or the face. Drag them over to this plate glass back window, throw them out of it, and drag them over to the pool and hold their head under till I don't see no bubbles. That's my plan. With the way you talking to me, you know what you make me want to do? You make me want to grab that iron by the cord, beat you in your face till I don't recognize you or the iron, drag your ass over here and throw you through that plate glass window and put your head under the pool water until I don't see no bubbles. And guess what? With your daddy, your brother, and 2 of your cousins here, you could not stop me. If that's really what I wanted to do, I suggest you stop fucking with me. Was the conversation I had with a woman who I never put my hands on. I do not have a daughter. I do not condone putting your hands on a woman. However, a human being has limits. Limits that apparently women don't think they need to follow when they deal with men. Dana White runs the UFC. Dana White know a little bit about fighting. Do you think Dana White's energy matched his wife's energy? Because if you ask me, his wife was on some of that, whatever I do is justified by however I feel. That is a common energy with women. Whatever I do, which is the earmark of insanity by the way, whatever I do is justified by however I feel. I don't know what that conversation was. But I do know this, that unless her daddy owns the letter W, that house they living in, that life they lead, was bought and paid for by the work of Dana White. Fuck your support. You can support a bus driver. You are the support system for the CEO of the UFC. He has a brand that's gonna put your kids through school if y'all play it right. And because he did whatever, fucked your sister, told the truth at the wrong time, whatever, you decide you're gonna slap the shit out of him in front of the world. And what was he supposed to do? He's supposed to take that, huh? He's supposed to just He's supposed to fold like a fucking beach chair. Because you got in a fight with this man. I mean, throwing hands. Were you throwing hands from a control the situation standpoint? Or were you out of your mind with anger and rage? Was Dana White out of his mind with anger and rage? No, he was not. Only one of you was. The woman. You're supposed to treat women like queens. Queens supposed to act like queens. You know why a queen's shoes don't get muddy? Because a queen don't walk in the mud. Oh, okay. Show got me lost today, nigga. Go back to smoking weed. Well, let me help you out since you lost. I'll put you in timeout. There. See if you can find yourself over there. This concept that domestic violence is about white people is bullshit. I grew up in a house with no white people and plenty of it. And Brother Nasir is speaking on some shit now that, to be honest, is a pervasive energy. Right or wrong. Agree with it or don't. In this land of equality, in this land of realism, in this land of men and women are equals, how come we not equal when you put your hands on us? We're not equal then, right? Or when you need a refrigerator moved, or when a motherfucker break in. Oh, we not equal then. That's bullshit. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. But I don't give a free pass for women for throwing their hands. I don't. And I teach my daughter that. The last place your hands belong is on some man in anger. Ever. If you find yourself in that situation, one or both of you have failed earlier. In the words of Daryl Handy, it pays to have ghetto female cousins. Absolutely. I'm starting a business called Heifer Clockers. This is where, if your girl is a bitch, and we all know bitches exist, let's go on and believe it. Let's go on and stop playing. Bitches exist. Bitches exist. Now, I would cook you your last supper like the Bible. Your head would hit the plate slumped over. Now, here's where I don't agree with that, Cousin Annis. You can't cook that plate for a man who hit you back. I said hit you back. You gonna slap me first and then kill me with food? That's out of pocket. Yeah, Heifer Clockers. This is a business where, Jan wins. This is a business, Jan, where you tell me with evidence that your girl Keisha is a bitch. Oh my God. She treat my kids like shit when she deal with them at all. Got them walking around funky. Don't take care of them. Roaches all in the house. Filthy ass mouth. And the other day, she cussed me out at my auntie's funeral. Okay. Where you go? Be at the mall in front of Foot Locker at 1:30 on Saturday. and you just standing out there with Keisha, and this sister that just got out, that is just 2 chromosomes away from a man, walks up. Yeah. Her X chromosome, one of the legs is long. It looked like a Y. One of them girls walks up and slaps both of her eyes on the same side of her head. Are you Keisha? Schwapow! I don't see nothing wrong with that. And then you just explained to Keisha. Remember what that shit you said? Well, that's why this happened. That's woman to woman. A man should never put his hands on a woman, but that don't mean you can't pay somebody. No man, under any circumstances, would have to put up with a woman putting her hands on him. At all. Even if he spent all the money. Dana White didn't do that. Not right then. Even if she found out he was fucking her sister. I don't think that's what happened. It don't matter. Woo! We may have a pull of the day. I might have to go get the... People act like women's prisons aren't full. Women are capable of doing some shit. Absolutely. Uncle, I'm saying fuck Dana. This ain't our concerns. It's way bigger shit. Well, this is what I'm saying. Today, and that's not what you were saying. You was stank with it and disrespectful. You need to knock that shit off. In here. In here, we speak to one another different. Like we give a fuck about one another. And that I didn't appreciate that at all. It was disrespectful, bruh. Find another way. And with regardless, and in regard to domestic violence, this is a wonderful topic in my opinion. It's a wonderful topic because we still dealing with it. We still dealing with it to this day. I dealt with it growing up as a child. It's a matter of imbalance, social imbalance that we deal with right now. Right now, we deal with this shit as a people. We are dealing with women who act like men and men who act like women. I really believe in my heart of hearts that if you are taking violence from a woman, fellas, especially black men, hear me. It is not because you are bad at relationships. You are bad at math. You are grossly outnumbered. You don't have to take that shit. The very first time that your woman acts like a man, leave her ass. Leave. I don't care if you got to live in a park. Leave. Because the only place this is going to negatively affect you. I actually had one of my ex's family members tell me, you ought to slap the shit out of her. I say, yeah. And then she lose her balance and hit her head or temple on the coffee table and die. You're not going to come to court and talk about this conversation, are you? That's something that was supposed to be handled before me. She needed her teeth loosened before it was a crime. Back in grammar school, did nobody bust her in her shit when she was young? Oh yeah. Scary shit when people start talking killing through food. Yeah, well, first off, I don't want to have to only if I'm in a relationship where the only thing that's stopping me from putting my hands on you is what I'm afraid you're gonna feed me. Yeah, we don't need to be together. There's too many. There's too many. There are two. This is the concept of discussing what should happen in domestic violence is too expensive for black women. It's too expensive. One, if you were to do it like that, it's too expensive to your health. And two, you saw that shit coming. In the words of my Uncle Jerome discussing his daughter Carmen, maybe a good man ain't your type. I'm not talking about you, Cousin Anna. I'm talking about the woman that constantly finds herself putting something on her fucking eye. I witnessed my mother putting hands on my stepdad, and he never hit her or called her out of her name. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. And that's a place I draw the line. If we got to be putting our hands on each other, one of these days we're going to do something that we're not going to be able to apologize for. One of us is going to take it too far. And we're going to wind up maimed, dead, or worse yet, alive with enemies from the other family. Let's just call this one. It's other dudes, it's other pussy. Let's just call this one. If you got to raise your voice at me, and I could be wrong, but me and my wife we've been together 13 years and we ain't never even been close to no shit like that. And good Lord, we disagree. We're humans. I fuck up the most. I'm sorry, I'm just not buying this. Dana White lost control. No, he didn't. Dana White didn't have control over his broad. There you go. The only way a man should put his hands on a woman is if it's life or death. Provoked by her. She finna hurt your babies. She about to hurt you. Herself. Absolutely, Tony Mac. Happy spouse, happy house. Thank you. My moms and grandmoms taught me to do for self. Clean, iron, wash, fold instead of depending on a woman. A man depends on no one, they said, for nothing. And, you know, I cook them greens and black eyed peas. Potato salad. Mrs. Brown can cook too. We both do it all. But disrespecting one another to the point of putting our hands on each other in anger? No. No. That shouldn't happen ever. And I'm probably the only man publicly who has the guts to say it. Dana White wasn't entirely wrong. In the words of Bruce House, hands are rated E for everyone. Let's keep our hands to ourselves. He didn't go, we out of hot dogs, schwapow. That's not what happened here. He tried to get your, hey baby, wow, and she smacked him out of nowhere. So he gets no points, and Brother Mel says, my wife always talks about how she gonna F me up, and my response to her is always the same. You can try if you want to. When they pick your ass up off the ground, they can tell you what the fuck happened. She has yet to try me, and I'm good with that because she knows her lane and stays in it, and I stay in mine. Yeah. Okay. Let me know, Brother Mel, can you come into the chat? Let me know right now. Let me know if when I open up the chat, whether you can come in or not. Tony Mac, bitch, did you just take the last onion wing? Wapow! See how I mix chicken wings and onion rings? Did you just take the last onion ring? That's not what happened. Blue Haze, here's where you're wrong. He didn't put this on her. I'ma guess Dana White, although he does not fight in the MMA, he does not fight in him. I don't know if he practices. Dana White is probably the wrong dude to run into in an alley. Dana White does not strike me as a punk. He doesn't. I think he knows how to handle himself. I don't think his intention was to hurt his wife. He was on some, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I get you. Yeah, bitch, I get you. But yes, but I'm making a point. My point is, that's a full-grown man. If he wanted to knock her ass out, oh, he hot with it? Hey, no shit. Happy New Year, baby. Is he hot with it, Blue Haze? He nice with him? Yes, he nice with him. He could have hit her with he could have grabbed her by her funky ass blouse and pulled her face into the top of his head. Over with. He could have grabbed her by the throat and did some wall-to-wall counseling with one hand. Now, here we go. It was the most awkward exchange between man and woman because it looks like it might be usual for them. Gaming? I say this all the time. And because I lost I lost an uncle like this. He came out of a Jewel food store many, many years ago when I was a kid. I was a kid. He came out of a Jewel food store in Chicago, and a man was beating his woman. He jumped in and intervened on the woman's behalf. He was stabbed to death by the woman. So I have a stake in this. I look at it this way. When you see a couple lose control in public, you're looking at the tip of the iceberg. He hit his woman in public because that's something that might happen behind closed doors. Yeah. That was round 22. Yeah, that was round 22, gaming. And I say this. After actually doing this, my cousin was dating this dude back in the early 80s. Back when niggas threw hands. And this dude blacked her eyes. She was black and German. Beautiful. Big butt. Cute. Nigga, me, her brother, and one of his friends went over these niggas' house, and it was 5 of them sitting on the porch. And when I tell you, I don't think one of us got touched. We beat the shit out of them in his front grass. Do you know that around 90 days later, she was back with that dude? This is why I say, when you see a man in public and he put his hands on his woman, when he say he don't want no bip bop bip mayonnaise on his bop bip bop hamburger, that's exactly what the bip bop bip he mean. That's two people communicating with each other. That ain't your business. Now, I'm not discussing a woman who is purely trying to get away from a man, who is purely done with his violent, cruel, senseless bullshit and wants to get away from him. I'm talking about a woman that if you rescue, there's a chance she gonna go back. Fuck that. Don't get in that. For what? Them two people communicating, and when they decide to make up, you're the enemy. We can dovetail over into football from there. That's hilarious. Mind your business on domestic violence. I always lie and tell them the police coming. Yeah. Stay out of that shit. Now, my point, and then I'm gonna be fucking done with it. And while I'm working on this, I need 2 pieces of information. One, Brother Mel, I need to know if you're going to be able to come in here when I open the doors. Yes or no? Please let me know. Number 2, I need to know what Skip Bayless tweeted Brother Shannon Sharp. I haven't seen it. I've been kind of through with Shannon Sharp since he took that disrespect on there. I don't know what the tweet said. If somebody can find the tweet, cut and paste it and put it in the chat, or give me 3 or 4 sentences on it, or both, I would really appreciate that, because I haven't seen it. That's hilarious. With the vagina card, women are supposed to get away with everything. Rape, robbery, murder, domestic violence, etc. Hell, Cardi B drugged and raped men, and people made her rich off of whack music. Brother, isn't there somebody that went to jail for that very thing? You haven't seen it, but you've seen this bullshit with Dana. That's what I just said, Kills. I'm above your judgment. No. I don't watch ESPN. No. I watched UFC. No, I didn't see it. I heard about it. I heard Dana White slapped his wife. I said, let me see this. I heard about what Skip Bayless said to Shannon Sharp. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tipping my hand, but I really don't care. If a man who can bench press 325 pounds will let this little white man disrespect him on the air, that's how they communicate. This is their form of domestic violence. Now, I'd give a fuck if, well, no, I wouldn't even give a fuck if Skip Bayless got Shay Shay fired. Because he need to have his own shit anyway. We need to have, God damn it, that Bruce House, fuck, football, and all them over there. Amen. No. I don't worship at the Church of Football. We don't own it. But we show up and got a favorite team talking about we lost. We need a quarterback. While they treat you like fucking slaves. Which link, Cudmanis? Oh, you mean to yeah, I can put up I just saw it on Fox. I'll put it up exactly where I'll put it up exactly where it starts. Yeah, there it is in the chat. The YouTube, that's the YouTube link in the chat for the video. If you want to see Dana White, you won't get to see Dana White slap his wife. I didn't see that. I saw Dana White slap his wife back. Yeah, we gonna have one hell of a draft and get right back in this thing after that. Now, Brother Mill, I don't know, you still have not answered my question. Are you going to be available to come in here? Yes or no? Could you please, pretty please, with sugar on top, make that the next thing you type? This is a relationship talk. Men and women have to find a better reason to control and be aware of ourselves for ourselves. Absolutely, brother. Indeed, my brother, let's keep our hands to ourselves, including disciplining, teaching, and blessing our children without resorting to violence. Some call it whipping or spanking. Violence begets violence. See a violent, abusive person, ask them if they ever got whipped as children. Most will say, yeah, I was whipped by my parents and I deserved every whipping. Corporal punishment, as opposed to godly parenting, is wicked and often reproduces wickedness down the line. Generation A. Oh, that's Uncle Miles. Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house, talented actor, peaceful brother, Brother Miles Cranford. I got to disagree with you, Uncle Miles. It's my Uncle Miles right there. I disagree with you. Good old-fashioned ass whoopings work. I got my ass towed up a few times when I was young. Am I violent? No. Do I put my hands on my woman? No. Ever. Never have. But then again, when I open the doors of the church, Mel, I'm gonna put the link in the chat for this show to come in. And okay, cool. I want you to come in, and I want to talk about this particular comment right here. You, my brother, are a blessed exception. No, Brother Miles, I think there's more of us out there. And let me explain where I'm at with this. I'm a believer, again, that ass whoopings work. Here's how they work in my house. I've told this story before, I'll tell it again. Amongst the old pieces of shit that I own that are old cars, one of them is a 65 Ford Thunderbird. And I got the yeah. Has anyone else heard spare the rod, spoil the child is commonly misunderstood, and the rod was used for guiding and not abusing? Absolutely. So it is godly to whoop your kid's ass. But then again, this is a book put together by people who beat humans. This is not what I'm saying. Me and my son were having this conversation when he was young, and I brought it up. I said, son, if you throw a baseball and break the window of my T-Bird, do you think you're going to get a spanking? He thought. And he said, no. I said, why? He said, because it was a mistake. That's right. We don't get spankings for mistakes in my house. Now, you most definitely will be giving up half of your allowance until half of this windshield is paid for. This windshield costs $700 to replace. $375 gonna come straight from you. You're gonna have some extra chores, and you're gonna work. And we can Kumite is actually fun. No, you're gonna definitely have some extra chores until you come up with your end, so that you learn that there is consequences to your actions, and this one is fair. Although that was a mistake, you are still responsible. That's the lesson I would teach there. Now, if it's 100 jelly beans in a bowl, and I say I'm going to the bathroom, I'll be back. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm having the best. Yeah, you owe me $350. $750 is how much it would cost for him to be $375. Yes, you owe me $350. You're gonna now, if I go use bathroom and I say it's 100 jelly beans in this bowl, don't nobody eat none of these jelly beans, and I come back and it's 97 jelly beans in that bowl, oh, somebody finna get their ass whooped over 3 jelly beans because you decided to directly defy me. We don't do that in my house. It's time for you to move if you can do that. That's where ass whoopings come from in my house. The road to an ass whooping is clearly paved. You got to really fuck up and know what you're doing. Ain't no surprise ass whoopings. Ain't no waking you up in the middle of the night. Ain't no whooping your ass in a bathtub. It is a very formal, very direct, straightforward, you knew this was coming consequence. You've had warnings and you know the clear path. You obviously took another one. Now we're gonna have to do an ass hand test to see whether your ass or my hand is the toughest. You got a problem. I got 2 hands. You ain't got but 1 ass. Here's how it's formal. I've done it a few times. You can ask any of my sons. What did I tell you to do What did you do? Did you hear me? Did you understand me? You did? Come on, let's go in the bedroom. I'm going to pull your pants down. I'm going to pull your underwear down. I'm going to put you over my knee, and I'm going to wear your ass out till my hands sting. And that takes a while because this is a man hand. I will tell you then why this happened, how to avoid it, the lesson that it teaches, and that I love you very much. And that is why I'm giving you this lesson. That is how a butt whooping goes in my house. And you goddamn right they work. I have 4 sons and a daughter, and ain't nobody been to jail, ain't nobody got nobody pregnant, and the popo ain't looking for them, and ain't nobody broke. That shit works. Now, all this backhanding them and disrespecting them in front of their friends and yelling at them and spanking them when you're angry, I will never spank a child when I'm angry. It is a very formal punishment that is a last resort, but it is there. I believe in that. I ain't got no more kids to raise from that point. I ain't supposed to. My youngest son just turned 16. I have no business having to spank his ass. I'm not. If I have a problem with him, we're going to put these gloves on and dance around in the backyard. And I got 50 on me. I really don't think he can take what I got to give. That sounds like a sugar-free line. You know you can get your ass whooped over 3 jelly beans. Yes! Yes! I think you should be very clear with your children. Now, instead of men learning to restrain women, women need to not put their hands on men, period. Do not run from accountability. Jan, I feel you. I feel you. I tell you what. Let me go and throw this up in here. And y'all can come on up in here and we can talk about it. It's been a while. I'm sorry I missed you for Christmas and New Year's, but niggas, it was Christmas and New Year's. And I ain't figured out how to run reruns yet. I'm gonna work that out. Work that out with my boy Spliffs. Spliffs, I hope you're still in here. Thank you so much, man. I got to get back on track with you. I was a little behind. Can't just be hitting on a man because she's emotional and got a pussy and think it's okay. My man. All right, Tony Mac, sit tight. Absolutely. I see. Sometimes we raise our kids with the same methods that bruh, there has not been anybody to unlearn it. Sit tight, cousin Annis. Is it open now for everyone or just male? Oh, it's open for us all. I'd love to have Brother Mel. Come on in, Brother Mel, because executions work, but the death penalty is not the best answer. Violence can be crushing to some children's soul. Others overcome in spite of being coerced by violence from their parents. I'm thankful to our Creator that you and your children are well. Violence begets violence. Absolutely, Brother Miles. But if you read the God of the King James Version of the Bible, or any Bible that starts with "in the beginning," in Genesis, and ends with "Christ Jesus be with you all, amen," in the end, yeah, that God right there believes in violence. I believe violence is a tool. I believe it's a tool that you don't child to child. Prime example. My son, my first son, my oldest one, from age 2 to 18 maybe got 3 butt whoopings. My middle one, a few more than that. That youngest one took them like medicine, like aspirins. He stayed getting the ass whooping. Executions work, but the death penalty is not the best answer. Absolutely, but it's an answer. It's an answer. Some people need killing. George Zimmerman need killing. George Zimmerman is walking around because Florida gangsters are afraid of white people. Period. Period. You niggas that roll around talking shit about who you'll smoke, and you're only talking about white folks. You ain't talking about no white folks. You're only talking about each other. Y'all was supposed to handle that. Trayvon, y'all was supposed to handle that. If I'm the dope man around that way, I'm gonna let all y'all in here, all 4 of you, right after I say this. If I'm the dope man around Zimmerman's way, you know what I say right after that? Here's $100,000 in a garbage bag. Whoever brings his head to my fucking desk, go. That's me. But because white folks know we scared of them, they keep doing what the fuck they doing. That's why they do what they do to our women and our children. Because we will not use violence as a tool. And I'm telling you right now, Uncle Miles, you let a police officer put his hand on my wife at a traffic stop. The revolution starts right at the fender of his car. I believe in a glorious death. I'll do all the time. Whatever you're going to do to me down in the station house, kill me, whatever. It is that thinking, with all respect, Brother Miles, that is the reason that George Floyd is dead. George Floyd is not dead because of Derek Chauvin putting his knee in his back for 9 minutes. George Floyd is dead because the little girl with the camera didn't have no Black Panthers to go get him. Because the nigga standing around was too scared to kick that motherfucker right in his head. I wouldn't have been that. Ain't none of these people watching me gonna die in front of me at the hands of nobody white. I'm sorry. Come on in, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, cousin. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. And
Happy
thank
New
y'all.
Year's.
Thank y'all for the prayers for my mom and everything. I really do appreciate it. I do appreciate that.
It's a rough road, yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
Now, what's on everybody's mind?
I got a story. Matter of fact, too, on this subject with Dana White. Let me tell you something. First story is with me. I was dating this guy. This is before this is before Butch and I got together. He came home almost daylight, drunk as a skunk, right? I'm in the bed sleep. I'm home where I'm supposed to be. Home. Came home drunk as a skunk. Kicked the door into the bedroom, grabbed me by my hair, and called me everything but the child of God. I got up. I'm gonna tell you, this is step by step how I did. I got up, didn't argue, went in the bathroom, put my hair up, came back in. I had a glass in my hand. I broke the glass, and he knocked the glass out of my hand, grabbed me by my neck, had me dangling with my feet hanging. And you know, you ever watch the Three Stooges? The Three Stooges? Mm-hmm. And you know this here right here? It was right here. And I told him, I said, you can choke me, but you will not see. And when I pop your eyes out, I'm going to step on both of them. And I meant that. That's the first story. Now, the second story, my mama told me. And this is my brother's dad. My brother dad came to her and said, bitch, where my motherfucking food at? My mom is the oldest of 15 children. She looked at him and said, what did you say? She said, bitch, you know what the fuck I said, and hit my mom. My mom took that cast iron skillet, slid his ass in the fucking dining room. He ain't never put his hands on my mama. And I'm gonna tell you like this: my mama was like Sophia from The Color Purple. She had to fight her brothers and sisters all through her life, and ain't a man gonna put their hand. And I never saw a man put a hand on my mama, and I knew I wasn't gonna get a man. So that's why I said, if a man hit me, my lip and my eye are healed, but you'll be dead at the head of your table, and I ain't gonna put my hands on you.
Okay.
And that's word.
I understand what you're saying.
That's word.
Man, I get it. I'm talking about where that comes from.
Where it comes from?
Yes, that comes from us having to be weaponized against one another.
But if I'd never been through something like this and I get shocked and some man hit me like that, oh, we banging.
I
because
understand that.
I'm not going through all that.
Cousin Annis, I'm not
I don't know
telling you
where,
supposed to.
but I'm saying I don't know where it's coming from, or not on my part.
We got to talk about that. I get it. No man gonna put his hands on you.
You got
you
damn
can
right.
defend yourself.
You damn right.
You're well capable. I
You
am
right.
talking about the fact that you have to take that stance at all. I am talking about that, sis. That energy. That energy was given to you. It was given to you by a man who instructed other men who owned the men of our race to take the strongest nigga buck and pull him apart in front of everybody. Take the second strongest, beat him half to death, leave him alive, and tell the mothers, if you don't want me to do this to your son, then you get his ass in line. That is where that energy comes from.
It does. It really does.
So we can't. I'm not penalizing you for that energy. But by the same token, I can't put a badge on you for it because it shouldn't be there.
It shouldn't
be there. You should not have to have a plan to protect yourself from a black man.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You should not have to. Your cousin needs no plan. Your cousin needs no plan. Before I would put my hands on your cousin, I would cry, pack all this shit up and leave. Because any man who puts his hand on a woman has fucking failed.
But sometimes you could be blindsided by the situation.
No, Cousin Annis. No. I disagree with that. I will never put my hands on your cousin because I picked the right woman.
Exactly.
I picked the right woman. It is in the choosing. Ain't no blindsided. Your cousin is not finna fuck my brother. Your cousin is not finna fuck off all our money and the lights go out.
Exactly.
Your cousin is not finna disrespect me in public.
Exactly.
Because I picked the right woman. And because I have decided to make myself the right man. Libations and conversations, pow. We have been taught to hate each other.
I don't know why.
Here's why. Because if you take half of us out of the prisons and half of us out of the funeral home and half of us not strung out and half of us didn't sell the crack and half of us don't play sports, where is the rest of the world? At our fucking feet. That's why. And that's what we need to focus on. It's time out. It's time out for poking our chests out and patting ourselves on the back for how we can be violent to one another. It's about healing. There is no shame in a woman that needs help to be defended from a man. There is no shame in that.
Sometimes can you be surprised at yourself that anger that comes out of you when somebody really pushed that damn button?
No, I'm not surprised. We're humans.
Like a knee-jerk reaction.
Yes, that's what happened. Like with Dana, with this whole thing, that's my whole thing with Dana White. Is at first, this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time that's it. These two that went round and round.
Yeah, they have. Them hands been on each other a lot.
Now,
What's up? What's up, family? What's up? What's up?
I want y'all to speak on this, and then Brother Mel, after that, I want to talk to you about something you said. And children should not have to make plans to protect themselves from violence at the hands of their parents. Well, if you mean violence like the shit Penny went through on Good Times, where her mama unplugging an iron, or waking you up and whooping your ass by surprise, or using their fists on you, you are absolutely right. You are also right. Children should not. No, my children definitely have to make a plan to stay away from ass whoopings. Be respectful. Do what you are told. You have one job. Educate yourself. You have two jobs. Educate yourself while you live here. And two, whatever the fuck else I say. Now, I don't swear at my children, but that's exactly what I mean. Whatever I say. If I say bedtime is bedtime, bedtime is bedtime. If I say when you walk in a room, you are not to jump into a conversation with adults because your words don't weigh what our words weigh. Find somewhere, in the words of my grandmama, find somewhere and have your ass out of my sight.
Hello.
Well, I don't mean nothing else. So if you want to prepare yourself to not get violence from me, stay in a child's place. Because if you don't, I'll light fire to that ass. And I don't mean shit else. I can't, Uncle Miles, I love you and I respect you, but I can tell you who the brothers were that grew up with me without ass whoopings. I know right where to visit them. Either jail, the graveyard, or back on their mama's couch in their 50s.
Hello.
The rest of us got our shit together because we knew it was a man that'll lay leather on that ass. I firmly believe in that. I will not back down from that at all.
Who got beat with a shaving strap?
With a razor strap?
I
saw it.
The razor.
I saw it.
Strap.
Now I don't believe in that. I've never given my children a
the leather strap.
I've never given my children anything
you know that
in my hand. Yes.
Can I say something right quick,
Go
Jeff?
ahead, Tony Mac.
Word. What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
All right,
Happy
baby.
New Year's to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Word. I see you rolled up for that story, Cousin Annis. Word. But,
yes, I did.
Jeff, I got a little small theory, man. Small theory.
Hit me with it.
I like to believe.
From the cockpit of the Cutlass
I like to
Supreme.
believe. For sure. Today, I'm just a cool ass offensive coordinator right now. I'm gonna talk about the skip in a second. But I believe the same people who gave us racism are the same people that gave us a victim mentality. You know,
sure.
I believe that. And victim mentality keeps you in accountability. It keeps you finding a reason to blame somebody else or something for your own failures. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of in the Dana White situation with his wife. The headline put out, Dana White slaps his wife. So it makes women get comfortable thinking that I can put my hands on men and no matter what, I should be a victim to things back. Now, there's the women in any relationships. Does that help bring together the divide that men and women are having? No, and no.
Okay, yeah. I'll smoke a bag of that. That's kind.
Well, what I was getting at is, I was gonna lead it back to us because I'm looking at the Dana White situation. A lot of folks was like, why are we talking about that? Because I noticed they would have like a white poster boy first, and then they shoot the arrows at him and let him be the model for how they judge black men. Kind of how they canceled out Andrew Dice Clay for freedom of speech. And then now, you know, every black comic that gets up there, a black entertainer that speaks their mind, kind of like Kanye, gets canceled. But the white boys get the slide right under. Right under. That's just one thing. Right under. And we cannot overlook the fact that black men and women are at the biggest divide we've ever been in the history of mankind. And I know we're not the root of that problem. But we can't keep going saying it's your fault, it's our fault, it's this person's fault. Because the root of the problem, as you said earlier, it starts for how we're raising our children. Because a man, attaches himself to what he deems power, his first sign of power. And if that's a mom beating their kid's ass for every time they mess up, he's going to think that's how he's supposed to behave. And this is how we go on in life. killing each other over nothing because we have bitch emotion. I'm gonna call it what it is. And then when we're in a relationship with a woman, she's still raised in the same household, so she got bitch emotion, and we got bitch emotion, and now we're here fighting each other. When the reality of it is, like you said, if we're to the point where fighting is an option, we failed a long time.
Oh yeah, brother.
And now it's time to really look at ourselves.
Sure. Okay.
Sorry about
no,
that. Y'all got it, brother.
No. You took up some runway, but you used it well. In response to that, where we are right now, when you discuss this divide, is although true, it is also very, very necessary. It is this divide is necessary. There are some people and some ways and some ideas and some concepts that ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. And that's where the big divide is. The biggest divide is amongst those who want to move forward with wisdom and those who do not. That's the main divide. Because wisdom and purpose are the only two things that are going to keep us as we move forward into this fire. Everything else is going to burn off. If you are working outside of wisdom and outside of your purpose, there's some shit coming that's going to take care of your monkey ass. All this shit you watching, all this concept of feminism, this age. Let's be clear, and this is not about jumping on women, specifically, black women specifically, and or generically, and Cousin Anna specifically. But the feminist movement in itself was the grandest hustle ever played on black women, next to the Willie Lynch letter, all over the world. The feminist movement truly is about the white woman not getting her fair share of what her man stole from the Indians, period. There is nothing, with the exception of killing you, whooping your ass, cheating on you to the point of having a family around the corner, or cheating on you to the point of having babies in the street or just on the low. You can't name a fifth thing a black man that took from you. We didn't tell you where to live. We didn't tell you whether you could vote. We didn't tell you what towns you couldn't be in after sundown. We didn't tell you that you had to put up with us raping you. That's not what we did.
That's what they did.
That is what
the white women were raping us.
Exactly. Go ahead, True. What did you say?
The white women were raping us.
Hello.
They were using our lives. They were using black men's lives, literally hanging it over their head. If you don't
Mandingo.
I'm gonna tell your master you raped me and had me killed. And then he get her pregnant, the baby come out brown, he get killed anyway.
Sure do.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Sure. There is so much. I say this all the time. There's so much fucked up shit here that there's room for everybody to be right. That's how bad this is. That's and to kind of get into something that Brother Mel said. I should have pinned it. God damn it. Good to see you, Brother Mel. I'm gonna find it here in a second.
Do you need me to repeat it?
Yeah,
because I remember what it was.
I remember what it was, but I really wanted to hear on the screen. No, not that. God damn it. Yeah, there it is. Elaborate on what you, so I can make sure that I have my mind right with my response. Go ahead, elaborate on that.
See, me and my wife, we always have conversations, and a lot of times she'll be playing, sometimes she's serious, but I always answer her the same way. After she gets through saying what she's gonna say, I tell her the same thing all the time. You know, you gonna smack me? Okay, fine. You can try that shit if you want to, but when they pick your ass up off the floor, they can tell you what the fuck happened.
Exactly.
Yet, I repeat, I have yet seen her try me on it.
Sure.
She stays in her lane, I stay in my lane. I've never had to hit her, and she's never hit me.
Right.
But she knows if you come at me like that, I'm gonna handle it and I'm gonna finish it. Because you might be King Kong, but goddamn it, I'm Godzilla. I'm trying to kill you. She knows that.
And I understand that. And what here's where I come from with that.
Okay.
There is a system in place that facilitates the very presence of that conversation. It is a system that gave the black woman the notion, not just your wife, our women, the notion that we are to be physically tried, and gave us the notion that they are physically disposable.
Right.
We have to abandon both of those notions. Now we both know, bruh, I'm gonna give your wife all of this. Attractive, loving, caring, nurturing sister. Ain't a goddamn thing she can do with you if you decide that you really want a nigga ass. The last thing that can hold you back physically is your wife and 3 women like her. You a man.
Right.
Which means that without some foul impetus in there, the need to have that conversation does not exist. The need to have that conversation, I never saw my grandparents never had that conversation, and everybody knew. My grandfather was a killer for the black mafia in the 40s and 50s in Chicago. When he came back from World War II, I'm writing a movie about it. My grandfather was literally a killer. He didn't never have to have that conversation.
I'm just, can I butt in for a second?
Yeah, who's it, Bruce? Yeah, Bruce, what's happening, man?
What's popping with you? It's disrespectful to even play with me like that. Like I get down. My life is something to not play about. So you don't threaten me in my house. You don't threaten me and call and act like you love me. You don't even play like that. Like we do that out of love. We'll do something like that. But you don't ever get mad and say nothing like that, and then I'm supposed to assume that you in your place. You are completely out of pocket for even playing with me like you think you gon' the thought that you thought you was gonna touch me in any type of violent way. Enough for it to come out your mouth to say that to me, for me to then have to check it all the way out of pocket. You all the way. I don't care what female I'm around. You get one time to know I'm not like that. I'm not playing like that, and you can get loose. But you can't be in your balance. Now what you and your wife do, I ain't speaking on that. I'm just saying in general, because how you run your program is how you run your program. But in generally speaking, if any female I'm around in her head thinks she can try me or play with me like that, you out of line. All the way out of line.
Well,
it really boils down to respect at the end of the day. Either she gonna have enough respect for you, she gonna have enough respect for you, and vice versa, to where, like you were saying, it really shouldn't get to that point. But if she feel froggy, you gotta handle it. If she get froggy, you gotta handle it.
Well, now,
but I'm saying even before that though. I'm saying before that, what part of femininity is me having a disagreement? If my energy don't change to fucking you up, what part of your femininity, if my masculinity don't tell me to fuck you up nowhere in our disagreement, what part of your femininity makes you think you can even think about touching me?
Hell, half the time they get away with it. In most cases like that, Most of them think they can get away with it. That's why they even bother to do it.
Oh well, yeah. Well,
Not that. I'm saying your engineering. There's something wrong with your programming. Fuck what you can get away with, because I can get away. I didn't get away and gotten away. You feel me? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something wrong with your programming. Like, I need to holler at your daddy and figure out who the fuck raised you. If that's how he getting down, I'm cool.
I got an option for some young brothers. While you out there courting these women, these young ladies, my guys.
I ain't heard that word in a long time.
Yeah.
It's damn near dead.
So while you out there talking to multiple women, you know, and getting to know them, take a deep look at their behavior in all types of situations.
Exactly.
And pay attention to the signs of some woman you may get in a situation with. Because unfortunately in America, fellas, they not gonna be on your side if you hit that woman. I ain't telling you not to. I'm just telling you how it's gonna play out when the boys and the pigs and the blankets come through there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna let you know how it's really gonna play out.
Check this big tricked out name tag here out. In California, I don't know where everybody else at. In California, they just changed the rule. All the bitch got to do is say you hit her. You ain't got to have no mark. You can push her. If she say anything physical happen to anything on her property, or in her house, you going to jail that night. Period. It don't have to be
to take your time
period
and get to know this crazy motherfucker.
Well,
let me your penis in.
Let me slow this. Thank you. Let me slow this train down. I say it all the time. I'm gonna say it again. Any black man in America that is having a problem, and I'm talking about good dudes like who I believe are represented here. Good, hardworking, honest, ain't putting his hand on you, ain't mooching off you, working his ass off, respecting you ass dudes that the police ain't chasing. That's who I believe this is a room full of. Any man like that who is having a problem in a relationship with a black woman is not bad at relationships. He is bad at math.
Addition, subtraction, somewhere down the line.
If I go downtown LA tomorrow with a water balloon, or on a sunny day, because it's raining out here right now. Mm-hmm. If I go downtown with a water balloon,
Tony, lie.
And throw this water balloon up at lunchtime, when it comes down, it's gonna wet the pantyhose of 5 women that fit this description. Over 40, fine, paid, no kids, and alone. Why am I putting up with your bullshit? It's expensive. It's expensive. This is before I use a passport, by the way. Women who talk shit about people who talk shit about passport bros don't have passports. Ain't none of them been at if they do, they only been to nigga vacation spots. Jamaica, the DR. They ain't been around the world.
Oh, ain't been nowhere at all.
At all. So
y'all ain't gonna talk about me.
You don't you shouldn't get to. When you see it, the first time it gets out of hand, you are dealing just like Tony Mack, and I'm basically co-signing Tony Mack and Bruce. You playing loose and raggedy with your freedom. Leave that broad alone that day. Whatever of yours she has, let her keep it. Disappear. There's too many of them.
And to everyone, I just found out when I, been going to South Carolina and stuff, that's where my mom and stuff is at, right? They have a law in Dillon, South Carolina, as we speak, that you could beat your woman on Sunday on City Hall. You gotta go on City Hall, on the porch of City Hall
steps,
and you could beat the snot out of your woman just on Sunday. Any other day you get arrested.
But Sunday is good.
Sunday,
let out your frustration for the week or something?
you could beat the snot out of your
Baby, we
woman
going
on
to Dylan.
Sunday.
Baby, let's go to Dylan. We gotta have some discussions up there and do.
Yeah, all that shit pent up all week, and Sunday you can beat it out of it.
Sunday you
Exactly, and that's an actual law.
With all that shit you've been talking about, woman king. What happened to woman king shit you've been talking about?
So, I'm gonna tell you what happens to it. I'm gonna tell you what happens to it. Yeah. Andrew Tate said it best. Feminism depends upon men. How many feminists are in the Ukraine right now? None. Because there's a fucking war going on.
Right.
True that.
Under let the dollar crash.
And they need to let us pick the studs that go over there. Because I know a few Manny Fresh looking bitches around this block that are in that shit in 30 days. Some few Hurricane Chris looking motherfuckers, they can sit over there right now.
Oh yeah. It's some women out here with that. Like I told you, that X chromosome got a long leg on it.
I ain't gonna lie, Brittany Griner was looking cute after they took off the male hormones. Ooh, that'd be a nice defensive end.
She wasn't always gay.
Well, still a woman.
Yeah, she wasn't always gay. So.
Well, I'm now we going down a whole different road with Brittany Griner and Russia. That's a whole nother show. The big piece of meat here to me is you don't even have to, and we got to get above that. And this is how. Brothers that leave these sisters alone, trust me, if you are as rare as you think you are, then the woman that you're supposed to be with is as rare as that.
Exactly.
Well,
she's as rare as that, which means this commoner energy, you don't try to correct that. You leave that shit the fuck alone. If she did it, okay. If you got to give me word for word all the time, and you think that your place is in my face with your face, okay. Bring your playbook on in the office.
Ooh.
You are fucking fired. Ooh.
We said we already unscrewing your jersey number off the wall, motherfucker. Get that 73 off this motherfucker.
But let me tell you this here. I did get in an altercation though down in the Carolinas though. This here white chick, she had got slit with the lip with Butch and shit. You know I don't play that shit.
Oh well, that's different.
You beat the Karen off that motherfucker.
She got real slip of the lip and Butch said nah, and I said roll that window down. So I sat up and I want to see what else she had to say. I said now I got to sit the fuck up because you done pissed my man off. So as we leaving, we was at the liquor store. So as we leaving the liquor store, this country bitch gonna say, she said something. We stopped at that stop sign. I said, roll this car back. Butch rolled that car back and I got out and I said, let me tell you one motherfucking thing. She said, what you gonna do? I took my right hand and stuck it inside my coat. I said, I'm ready to do whatever you want to do. Let's make it happen, Captain. And the other lady she was talking to hauled ass into the liquor store, said, you on your own, bitch. And that was it. I said, you see my license plate? You see my license plate? My license plate don't say South Carolina, motherfucker. My shit says New Jersey. So you can call the police. I don't give a fuck about the police. Bitch, I beat the snot out your ass for talking shit up to my fucking husband. Period.
And here's
I hate that the truth.
Yeah.
Her license plate said I beat your ass. That's what her license plate said.
Well, that's what it said.
Here's where we at now.
That was before Christmas.
Here's where we at.
She changed, Jeff.
Huh?
She changed. That was before Christmas.
Something about the Christmas spirit.
No, Jeff be talking to me in my head.
I'm trying. No, but I can't cut Nanas. I'm sorry. I can't not co-sign that, and here's why. I get that. You got white folks. Remember, you know how you heard stories about your great-great-grandfather?
Yeah.
Your great-grandfather?
Yeah.
So have they. These pictures, these black and white, it's since we've had film, niggas. Since we've had film, they have pictures of black people hanging in trees with white folks smiling under them like they just caught a big fucking fish.
Like a sporting event.
Yes. That's what picnic really means. These
roll that back. Ain't no like.
Right.
It wasn't no like. It never was like. It was a sporting event.
Yeah, it was. That's why they don't use
smiling and shit.
That's why New Jersey don't use the word picnic anymore. That's out of the vocabulary, period.
Yes.
Because of that. They say barbecue now. You cannot say the word picnic in New Jersey, period.
Hell, you can't. You should really shouldn't say that because hell, they used to burn bodies and stand around them too.
What they used to do was have a barbecue and to invite a lot of slaves or black people, and they call it a pick. It's called pick a nigga. You pick a nigga. So they short niggas call it picnic. So now in New Jersey, you cannot say that word at all.
Yes. There are atrocities done to us that because we are people of the sun, we would never even think to do. You don't even think that that's why this thinking is so outside of you. These people want that shit.
Yeah, because our trauma is their entertainment.
Yeah, yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Because they love to hate to love you. Why do you think New Kids on the Block, NSYNC, 98 Degrees? Do you know why these bands even exist? Because we will take an average facsimile of black excellence before we have to look at it and admit we don't have it.
They all owe New Edition money.
Oh, bruh. They only exist
Full Force
because white men
Shout
did
out to
not
Full
want.
Force.
Yes, white
Set my foot in, man.
White men did not want their daughters strung out on Ronnie, Ricky, Bobby, Ralph, Johnny, and Mike.
But they're sending the pedophiles like Elvis.
Yes,
and
brother.
It goes back to the beginning. It goes back to the beginning, Mandingo.
Yes. This is
Well, Brother Jeff and Uncle Jeff in the chat. Well, being that we know all of that, we got to play chess with them. We're going to have to play chess and be conscious of every situation to keep us from going in these routes where they can get away with murdering us. So to me, my advice been to black folks, if I get into it, if you get into it with one of these people, either A, get ready to go ahead on and take their life away, or B, learn to ignore they little bullshit. Yeah, they're looking to kill you.
They respect money and violence. So if you don't spend money with them, they'll somewhat change, I guess. If they try to take us out and we take them out, there'll be a whole nother issue. See, as long as we just talk,
right?
While they continue to be violent towards us, and we only violent towards ourselves, they don't care. When some of them start disappearing,
right,
they'll start paying attention.
Well, I'm not saying setting out an all-out war. What I'm getting at, this is a short story. I don't know if y'all remember the situation happened a few years ago in Florida, where the guy went into the store. He parks in a handicap. He goes inside the store. His lady is out, baby mother with the child is sitting outside in the store, and this old white guy go to harass her because he's parked in a handicap. So the dude gets out, seeing his wife getting, verbally assaulted by this, this man going back and forth. So he does what a real alpha is supposed to do. He goes and checks the situation. Him and the man get an altercation. He kicks the man's ass. The guy grabs his gun and shoots his brother dead. Well, the white guy ends up murdering him. and Florida ends up letting him go the same night because of a stay in your ground situation.
Whoa.
So to me,
Yeah.
right. So for me, my mentality towards it, I know I'm a guy. So if a motherfucking little punk ass little white dude or whoever is out talking shit to me, I know in my mind, even if I'm wrong, I go to thinking, he must be trying to kill me, or he on some bullshit. Because there's no way he's gonna think he's gonna win this fight. So I gotta think smarter. So it's either A, I'm either gonna kill this man before he gets a thought to do any harm to me, or B, I'm ignoring him so I can go my ass home to the people that love me. And I like to go home.
Okay, understood. Very smart. Here is who failed. That black man. Not the white man that killed him. The black people who did not financially terrorize Florida. The black people who decided that they would come out with signs and set a few things on fire.
With that one, I gotta disagree.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a chance to do that.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Sorry about that.
The black people who did not immediately say the following: if he is not put to death at the hand of this state, we are going to start finding businesses to choke to death. We are just going to randomly stop shopping at the Piggly Wiggly, all of us. We are going to randomly not go to Target or Heinz Ketchup, all of us. And not because of what you did, but because of what you didn't do. Because you didn't come out and demand that he be treated like a human. You don't get to treat the rest of us inhuman. Because if you kill an Asian, brother, kill a Korean. Here's your problem, Korea. Kill a Japanese man. Here's your problem, Osaka.
Okay.
It's just like that Korean lady in California that killed Tasha Hawkins back in the day.
Yeah.
She didn't go to prison. Hell, she went and opened up another store. And the majority of the people who support that store are still black folks, and they
are still black people to this fucking day.
Right.
That's
terrible.
That's a punk ass cousin problem. That's a punk ass family problem first. You got a punk ass family. If one of y'all smoke one of my cousins on everything, especially if my cousin out, like I got some square cousins, and I told my relatives, I was like, y'all the type of niggas they kill. And he looked at me, and I'm like, yeah, y'all like to hang out in places where niggas don't be at and all that type of shit. That's cool, but y'all the type of motherfuckers they kill. They don't kill niggas. Real niggas, you don't see us paraded on the screen like that. Because we did whatever we did.
Jeff,
we gonna do that. Like, they gonna respect it or they gonna die. I said, but
my bad, Bruce. Go ahead.
I said, but the problem is, motherfuckers self with everybody with only they selves. They ain't self for nothing else. You
break it up. You break it up.
Uh-oh.
That's
okay.
You in the dead zone.
You're breaking up, Bruce. You need to. I don't know where, Bruce. You know what happens whenever we open the chat room up. It's always at the same time that Bruce is driving through some old funky ass area.
He under the bridge.
Okay, Bruce. What I'm gonna submit to you is that you shouldn't hang out where white people are all the time. But on Wednesday and Sunday, when we had these shows, just go where they are because they have the good reception over there.
Yes, they do.
Just go over there just for the show. Don't get out the car. Now, Tony Mac, what's on your mind?
But Jeff, well, first of all, I agree with everything you said in the aftermath of how we should respond when that type of situation happens. But the accountability, brother, happens to be on that young man who got murdered first.
Sure.
And his lady and that white man that was there.
Sure.
That's where accountability goes to. For one, I'm sorry, fellas. If you were a lady, bro, your woman should know it's never her place to go back and forth with a man on any circumstances.
Nope.
First and foremost. So at that moment, if a man talking to my wife to a point where she feels uncomfortable, all she got to do is get away and let him know one thing. My husband would love for you to pick up that conversation with him.
Hello.
And then I would address that situation I can. Because one, being that I would be in that situation, a husband, a father, my first job is to get them out of there safely. Fuck with this white man's talking. Because what really got him in trouble was out a little bitty ego and emotions. Because most of us are bitch raised. Just being honest. This is something I had to accept with myself. And we get emotionally caught up. And we go to violence and we think, oh, I'm about to jump on this motherfucker, not looking at what could possibly happen next. Now, I'm not talking about a situation where someone just came to your house and done something to your family unjust. But when you're out in public as a man, it's your job to get them out of that situation safely. And if that's to not use violence, then that's what you do. If it's to use violence, then that's what you do. It's a logical decision as a man. This emotion with us as black men, this shit has to stop. Because that's what's killing us. And to be disagreeing with you, my brother Bruce, because you always say some real shit, but I gotta disagree with you. They killing hood niggas too. And the real reason why you don't see them having to kill big, large numbers of these hood niggas that ain't about shit, because these hood niggas that's dead shit, is killing each other. So they don't have to. So I'm sorry, brother. At some point, we all got to grab a little bit of accountability and know in our community, some goddamn time, we way too fucking emotional. Because guess what also would happen with an Asian dude, Jeff? Most likely, they not about to get into an altercation, at least not physical.
No, at that moment.
Generally passive.
That's factual.
Now, here's and this is
they are.
This is
but they go home.
This is Tony Mac, understand? This is what I mean again. This shit is so fucked up. There's room for us all to be right.
Fair.
And it should not be that this white man gets to go get a gun and kill a black man. It should not be that black man should be so emotional that he moves with feminine conflict resolution. It should not be that his woman is so out of pocket that she gets emotional and loud with this white man without him being able to command the situation. One, baby, get back in the car. Number two, sir, you are right. I am wrong. I should not have parked here in this handicapped spot. I can't tell you it won't happen again because it might. How deep does the wrong go, sir? The land we're discussing was stolen by your people. Okay? How deep are we going with right here? How upset is it? Was one of your relatives in a handicapped situation? Is that what happened? Did somebody, did I stop a wheelchair from going in here? Did a wheelchair van have to park 300 feet from here? Because then it matters. If a tree falls in the woods, sir, is what I'm saying. Now, I'm sorry this rubbed you the wrong way, but let's hope this is the end of it. That's exactly how I would handle it. And I tell you something else. He left that white man with a half-whooped ass. If I decide to whoop your ass, you ain't gonna be able to use your gun.
Which is
if I
option two.
have to put my hands on you, I'm going to royally fuck you up. If I have to do that, if I have to kill you, you're going to be good and dead. If I have to defend myself against you, you're going to be good and disarmed and neutralized. There are 100 ways to look at this. You are exactly right. And so is Bruce. Bruce is right from this place. That is a clan issue first. That clan, his clan of people, is supposed to go, okay, we got a June bug. We got a Day-Day. Or we got somebody that know a Day-Day.
And we got a Pookie.
And we need to collectively figure out how to make this right. Because here's what isn't right: marching and burning shit.
Mhm.
That's not the end of right.
So where can we find some black sheets?
Where can we? I tell you what, brother, you're not gonna have to look for them.
I'm playing.
I'm gonna tell you, no, real talk. It's about to get realer than it's ever been. It's about to get realer than it has ever been. I have been close to in that situation because one day a few years ago, because we still had the green Lexus. I left my kids, who were at the time at 12 and 15, in the car with the car running, with the sun setting on an August day. 12 and 15 playing on their iPhones. I run into Ralph's to get some food. Ralph's is the local food store here in LA.
Right.
I run in to get something real quick, and as I'm checking out, there's this white man and his son about 15, with a skateboard, and this white man is red in the face talking to this security guard about somebody leaving their kids in a car. And he's talking and he goes, yes, it's a green Lexus, it's right there. I said, that's my car. Well, I think it's irresponsible to leave kids in a car. I said, sir, well, you should do some more thinking. My car is running with the air conditioning on, with a 12 and a 15-year-old in there with the sun setting, who all know to get out of the car. Well, still in all, I say, here's what you need to think about. If you keep talking to me like that, I'm going to make you wear your son's skateboard. Now say something else. Say one more. If you say I'm sorry, I'm going to whoop your motherfucking ass right here in front of everybody, and he can't stop me. And if he move his feet, he going to get some first.
Well,
that man turned on his heels with his son and walked the fuck away because a deer can smell a wolf.
Well, can I get a nigga? Nigga.
That's where we gotta be. That's where we gotta be.
I wrote a song, buddy. Want to hit?
Like to hear it go. This cowering, this abject fear is growing out of us because we are getting further enough from the nuclear blast of chattel slavery to where it's not in our DNA anymore. It's growing out of, when you look at a cat like a young Bruce, you younger cats, you're getting further away from what cowered you. You saw none of the American dream that made these niggas passive and think that they can vote their way or educate their way or relocate their way out of this shit. That thinking is what is necessary. And this is after, bruh, I done traveled the world twice. Y'all tired of hearing it. I done traveled the world twice. Well, come in here, Spliffs. I done traveled the world enough to know that this is not about my education. This is not about my real estate. This is not about my voting. This is about genetic survival and the disrespect of the people of the sun and it being over and nothing else. We are at a place where that shit's over. And the people who think that way, it's going to come a showdown. And the people who think that way are going to find themselves on the shit end of the stick. They're going to find themselves on the shit end of the stick. We are no longer in this place where you can go along to get along, because the power elite have no need for the active bigots you deal with. They're not racists. You don't get to call regular people, if you come in here at all, you don't get to call regular people racists ever again, because they're not. Regular white folks are active bigots. Racists don't like them either. Racists are trying to get rid of regular white people right now. Right now, what you are looking at is the destruction of regular useless eaters all over the globe. It is no longer racism, almost does not even it's a function of economics. We need regular white people to keep these niggas doing what we can do so we can stay the power elite. Used to be the song. That song has changed. We don't need them regular white people no more either. Regular is the word. Regular is the word that you need to dispense with from your vocabulary. If you move in regular, if you got regular friends, if you got regular habits, if you regularly dealing with a disrespectful man or woman, if you regularly are eating bullshit in your diet, if you regularly are avoiding your purpose, the reason that the Creator put you here, you are in deeper trouble than you ever have been, because there is no more room for regular.
Now that sounds like a sermon right now.
Bruh,
Time over for regular.
there is time over. There's no more. The regular is gone. Security is gone. It was always a fallacy. But what has happened is the curtain has been lifted on any of that. Now, I'm setting him up as he's coming in here in the final moments of the show. A dope, deep thinker. I ran across this cat, and man, we done cracked each other brains open. I'm glad to have him here. What's up there, 700? How you doing?
Peace. What's going on, Jeff? What's going on, chat? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We got you.
Hey, I
What
was
up?
thinking. Hey, what up, bro? What's going on? How you be, man? What's up, Tony Mac?
What's good, my brother?
Oh, man, it's all good.
Hit us with some of that depth charge science, bro.
Hey, I've been having some experiences as we going through our venture, right?
Yeah.
And it dawned on me that the majority of the racial power, the racism power,
Sure.
is not even really being activated in the world of name and form. It's being activated on the virtual side, and we're not even seeing it. You know, I mean, just how I've been really studying the algorithms, the way that this YouTube thing is functioning, social media, you know, everything. And there's a genocide going on, man. We being annihilated right now because we're not realizing how they trying to cut us off from major money making opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I didn't mean to switch it up, but I think it is relative to what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to bring it to people's attention. There's a lot going on, man, and it's like black folks is kind of losing, man. So they're making predictions that the creator, I'm talking about the creator economy, the economy that's going on in YouTube and social media. They're making predictions for 2023 that will be the number one economy in the United States. Now we fighting, I've been fighting tooth and nail on your channel, Jeff, about this petty things that they want to block you for or make you jump hoops for. And if we spending the majority of our time fighting against that, appealing, sitting out during periods of where we can be making money because we have to be, our monetization is paused, you know what I'm saying? We basically getting, this is warfare. We getting straight annihilated out here. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be something going on where we bind together in the physical domain, where we bind together in the virtual domain to make something happen. This is going to be a major war front from 2023 on. You know what I'm saying? And all I can say is if y'all really support y'all Uncle Jeff, if y'all really support the people that you support, you gotta really show and improve it. If you into getting into something or getting into the creator economy, now's the time. And what you need to do is like link up with like minds, like your Uncle Jeff, you know, like Spliffs and Mischief, you know, like Libations and Conversations, and do this thing on a front level. There's something I've been watching for a minute, man, and it's something that people are missing. They thinking that it's all in having 100,000, 200,000, 1 million subscribers. Well, the algorithm just flipped, and right now, people with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 subscribers, you about to be real hot right now because the algorithm is you. And that's something a lot of people didn't see. I saw it last year.
Okay, slow down.
You know what I'm
slow
saying?
down, slow down. Brother Spliffs, I need you to slow down. Back up and really go deep into the algorithm is you. Break that
I'll
down.
give you an example.
Yeah.
Something I really liked about interacting with Uncle Jeff's show, right, was that all of y'all that participate, y'all are dope, man. Y'all are down. Y'all, the rapport he has with y'all is really, really, really tight. And I worked on a bunch of people's pages. If you go to our page, you see a bunch of people giving drops and stuff for me. I work on a lot of celebrity pages and stuff like that in the background on the back end. And something that I've noticed is that when your audience believes in you, when you tight with the people that come in and out, when it's a real family, that's more powerful at 4,000 subscribers than having 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 1 million subscribers that you can't really count on.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now one of the things to do with it though, because we don't want to get trapped into being caught up in the virtual realm, because we are living spirits, we are living beings. So what you want to do is use that power and start doing things in the face-to-face world, and where you rallying up your people, or you going off to the side and you doing your own. It can be a Zoom party. It can be anything. You doing your own events and things like that. That's what this is supposed to be leveraged for. You're not supposed to stay dependent in this virtual world because you'll be in a position of where if they cut your throat, you short. So you're supposed to always be bringing that audience into other domains, into other ventures that you're working on. If you do radio, you're supposed to be bringing them to your radio show. If you do events, you're supposed to be having them come out to your events and things like that. That's the way that you're supposed to leverage this thing, because it's actually a marketing tool. It's really not a place for you to depend on making money when you see how the nominal amounts of money that you really make at it. You know, it's about monetizing in any way that you can, and hustling. You know, and there's so many ways to hustle, so many ways to diversify and have income generating. It's 2023 and forward, you about to see some amazing things happening. And me myself, I would much rather see people of color, black folks, you know, whatever you want to call them, indigenous folks, FBA, whatever people are caught up in, I would rather see them, you know what I'm saying, getting a good deal of the windfall and getting a good deal of the wins than anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's under the straight control of other people right now, you know. So it's like you got to figure out new ways to monetize this thing, or where it'll work for you, because it's not gonna work under their system. What they want you to do is they want all of y'all to compete for viewers and to build your channel and to bring advertising revenue to them. Well, think about this, right? It might take you a year to 4 years to actually build yourself to a monetizable platform. So think about what you could be doing, the kind of things that you could monetize and what you could be doing, and how you could be transferring your audience as they call them nano creators or micro creators, as a micro creator, and bringing them into other dimensions, bringing them to your shows if you're a comedian, bringing them to you know, it's all different types of flows. It's all based on what it is that you present. So I'm a little bit hyper about it because I've been wanting to speak to people about this because I'm seeing it, man. I've been seeing it for the past year and just going crazy trying to alert people to what the heck is about to go down because they're about to be lost if they don't get up on it. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, and that's what's up. The racism is in this, man. It's the fact that you don't know this is the virtual racism. You know what I'm saying?
My bad. I saw a video on it.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I saw a video on it a couple years ago talking about the very thing you talking about, how the algorithm is pretty much set up that way. And hell, if people aren't really contribute to buffoonery for the most part, a lot of people shadow ban as it are for real, especially if they're so-called black.
Oh yeah, that's over. That's about to be over. You know, they got a new rule. I don't even know if any of you that are creators know about it. If you curse within 8 seconds, you demonetized.
Whoa.
That just happened. And they're not telling you. So you gotta.
That's why
I want to talk about that.
Wow.
So that's why they're
not telling you. And if you're not in the program, you'll never know it. You know, if you're not monetized on other channels or where you're getting that information, you would never know it.
Yeah, because I was wondering why these cats were all of a sudden censoring their videos now.
Oh man, it's heavy. So, but Jeff and I, we kind of connected to a whole nother reality of where we in a position of transferring audience into other dimensions. You know what I'm saying? Or where we can have a free speech space and still do what we're doing in our platforms and keeping them monetized on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be it's turning into more of a Disney-fied type platform. You know what I mean?
Oh, most definitely.
Just because they're very into attracting money, advertising. But the thing is, those same advertisers that they are competing to bring in, you can bring them in too if you have content of your own. It doesn't have to be dependent on what you're just doing in this space. This space is a tool. You know what I mean? But you could be monetizing on 100 different fronts, man. 100 different fronts, if not more. You know. So and that's what's going to happen right now. I got a lot of wealthy friends, wealthy friends, and they starting to sell out things. A good friend of mine just sold. He had a Lamborghini for sale, and he wanted a certain price for it, and he just let it go for like $300,000 below the price he wanted for it, just because he got the offer. When you see rich folks making moves like that and taking disrespectful offers just to build up cash, it's a bad sign.
Jesus.
You understand? It's a bad sign. You know, so it's like I'm just letting y'all know, man, that you know, it's really time. Like talking about a lot of the things we talk about is beautiful because that's the first stage. But now is the time because this is it. You know, this is when they already moved on us in 2020 in a major way. You know, and showed and proved, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, how powerful they are and how they can mess up everything that we depend on. You know what I'm saying? This is the time, man. This is really it. And you are the algorithm in every way. Like if you got people that are rallying around you, that trust you, that support you, that, you know, you are the algorithm. And that's what you got to build off of, not really just trying to get subbed up and things like that. That's not where it's at. Right. Where it's at is developing the trust with your people and building things outside of these platforms. Because if they flip on you, that's it. Say you do build up millions and millions. If they flip on you, that's it. We see what's going on with Andrew Tate. You know,
Yeah, him
like
catching that didn't help him either.
you know. So it's like you know, and he's not the only one. It's going on all across, you know, multiple platforms. That was a major hit. That happened right after New Year's. People started noticing that their videos being demonetized, going crazy. Like, what's going on? And it's because of that a new 8-second rule. You know, so meaning, how racist is that if you're not involved? If this is a creator space and they're depending on you to bring in interest so that they can get more advertising, really, man, how messed up, how fascist, first of all, and then secondly, how racist is that for you not to be even informed that is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Say that again.
You know?
True.
They wanted this to be a white space to begin with. They didn't want
a big part of that too. A big part of that too is because our culture is so fucked up, though. Like it could be a million things that we involved in that's pretty wholesome, but we tend to stay in the fucked up spaces, so they judge us by those fucked up spaces. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like
and it's like
well, we only end up staying there because that's what they pay us.
Yeah, they brand it as black when it's really not, but it's just that's what happens, and then we gotta suffer from them labeling the genre, you know.
Right. It's just like the whole TikTok thing. The algorithm in China is set based on more intelligence, more informative, educational type stuff. The shit over here is set on buffoonery. That's the shit. That's the shit that's popular over here. The
dumb shit. Stuff. The dumb stuff.
So that's what people think that shit really is, and it's not. But like the informative stuff, the educational.
Well, I tell you something.
Gets pushed to the back. I'm like, man, that's ass back.
I tell you something. Watching it. I tell you something. Watching it. That's only happening with us. Because when you look at the analytics in every other space, it's educational stuff that's topping out. It's only happening in spaces where it's the majority black or majority people of color, where the buffoonery is the thing that they are gravitating to. And now that they've identified that, they killing out a lot of that buffoonery. You know, because people have been using that and making money off of that, and they destroying it. You know, they've been zapping it. I watched it for a minute. You know, I use I ain't gonna say who I use, but I use like major athletes. There's a major athlete, and I use them, and I watch their numbers, and I watch what they doing to them, and how they flowing with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's what it is, man. Now if they into more of the sports, more of the education without the buffoonery, they not getting tagged. They not getting suppressed. You know what I'm saying? But if they getting into any of that thing, any of those things that the algorithm is determined, I guess you would call it black buffoonery or whatever, like they getting zapped. You know what I'm saying? Education is the top. Education is actually the top content on the majority of these platforms. Like those shows where they just show like cartoons and teach you stuff and all of that. That shit is top notch. They don't have the same problems. They're not going through the flagging and all of that. And that's the reason why they top notch. You know, anything made for kids is like crushing right now on an educational level. You know what I mean? And even adult stuff that's labeled properly. Because that's another thing we don't do. We don't label. We don't get into the technology and understand it where we understand that, hey, if I'm gonna do 18 plus stuff, I have to label it and put myself in that category and list it when I'm posting my stuff. There's specific things that I gotta do to notify that we don't always do. You know,
Okay,
we
okay. I
find
hear
ourselves
somebody's
in
life.
crazy
I hear
situations.
somebody's life. Hold on. If you can hear it and it's not us, all right. There we go. Cool. Now
I've been checking it with our own stuff, like that Christmas marathon we did. It was so dope, and on a stealth level, it's so much. I was able to spread that thing around, and I started like really noticing, like, hey man, I'm seeing what's getting zapped and why it's getting zapped, and it's not always because we racy or we saying certain things. It's because the presentation. A lot of it, you know what I'm saying, and how we presenting ourselves.
Elaborate on the Christmas marathon.
Oh, so you came through. We did a little. We had a friend come through that was an actor in the Christmas Story movie, and cool cat. And we just was laid back and talking about that and talking about what he been doing with his life or whatever. And we ran a marathon on all kinds of platforms: Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, like a simultaneous marathon. You know, I did it to test it, you know, just to see like what it is that is it that that they're gaffling people because they're using racy language or they talking crazy stuff, because we was in there wilding. And that's not quite what it is. It's more so we got a pass, and it's more so how we presenting ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like we was talking crazy stuff, but we wasn't straight savage. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like we talked a little mess here and there, but we wasn't straight on no straight misogynist mess. We was men, but it wasn't just straight concentrated misogyny, you know what I mean? So It just it let me know, you know, like that, okay, I see what's going on. I see how it's flowing, I see how stuff is shifting, and they're purging, you know what I mean? And stuff. My man Doggy Diamonds, he man, I know he see it because he been doing like huge changes on his channel, like shifting. He been in this for years, since Forbes DVD and straight, you know, hood type videos and stuff like that. So it's like anybody that's really been in this is watching it, they seeing it, they grasping the new technologies, like the new AI technologies. There's a lot of helpful AI technologies that help you put together stuff, man. You know, I started experiencing trouble like about a couple months ago, right? And as soon as I started experiencing trouble, I was like, yo, I'm gonna fall back and into a whole nother vibration. So like I'm not just all dependent on this. So I fell back into digital radio. And I'm using the digital radio as a free speech safe space to bring viewers from different social media platforms to interact with us and setting up things on that level. So like there's ways to, you know, a lot of people will sit and complain about it, but this is all chess. It's multi-dimensional chess. And you got to figure out how to play it so that you maintain access to that revenue and those revenues that are coming in, because they talking about billions, dude. Billions. And anybody that's in this space, this creative space, they setting up studios, they leveraging their stuff, they getting their stuff together where they can go full blown with this thing, you know? And it's about to be wild, man. It's gonna be really wild. Y'all would be really surprised at who's behind a lot of the creators that you think are just kind of doing it by themselves. They got people behind them.
They got a machine.
You know what I'm saying? They got a machine. They do. They definitely have a machine. Dame Dash is a major machine that people don't even recognize in YouTube. He's behind some of the biggest black platforms because they started from his infrastructure. You know, but people don't know that. You know, they just see these cats coming on and they like, ooh, they get numbers or whatever. And it's like, oh, they have major infrastructure and made major deals. Maybe I guess a year or two ago that put them in the space that they in now. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on that people not seeing. Most of us that just are falling to the
Most of us talking to who?
Satisfied with the entertainment alone. We don't go looking further and deeper. But I want to know everything. I want to know what's going on, what's happening. I get in the back end to figure out what's up. I volunteer just to see, get the information. It's a great and dreadful day. It's dreadful for people that it's great for people that been putting some stuff together and leveraging. It's still time.
Well, that's where they say that is where true opportunity comes, is out of chaos. And believe me, there's plenty of it. And with that, I'm kicking you motherfuckers out of the room. Because we will be here for 5 hours. Cypher, hit me on where we usually hit each other. Let's talk. If anything, people, 29 people that are still up in here. If anything that you get from today's show, it should be time. This is not your mama's time. This is not your grandmama's time. We are living in a time like none other before. We are on the cusp of evolution here. Evolve or fucking die. That's exactly where it is. Where'd I put my shit? There we go. Stay high in thought. Stay high indeed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. I'm out.